Oh, hello, this is James here, and I am going to write a dance track. Now, I use Logic, which is a pretty expensive, complex program, but GarageBand works all the same. But I just want to show you guys how I write some tunes. So I'm hoping the volume's all good. I double-checked a few times, but who knows with these things, right? I'm streaming because I want to give it to you live. I want to just give you the whole breakdown of how I do it. So I love starting with a hook. I love starting with something that's kind of catchy. And diving into that even more, like creating a hook, creating a backing around it. So let's kind of just dive on in. Cool, so I'm kind of just messing around with sounds right now, just seeing what works and what doesn't. I like... kind of like that for now, but who knows, maybe we'll end up changing it on later, evolving it, whatever. But let's see how it goes. Now, normally, tempo-wise, 120 is pretty good, 130 is pretty jamming. But as far as dance tracks, you don't want to get away from that and, make it too fast unless you're going for something that, people don't really, if you go too fast, people have a hard time dancing to it. And creating like a dance track, that's kind of what you're going for. So let's just give it a go. So that's it, just a nice 4-bar kind of jam. I like just giving a little bit of quantize, making sure everything's all on time. So my keyboard's a little messed up, and it makes life really hard. There we go. Frickin' keyboards. Alright, so just making sure that I can loop that up a bit. Between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bars. Perfect. That's kind of what I'm going for. Just something I can jam on. But before I get into anything like that, let's get just a nice little kick drum on this thing, just so we can keep some time. Some good kick on that. So I kind of just lay out some kick drums just so I can get a little acquainted for everything that's going on. It gives me a little bit of a beat, a little bit of a rhythm while I'm working on this. You know, just so I have a frame of time. And I give myself 2 different types, you know, a slow one and a fast one, just so I can see, you know, what kind of works, what kind of doesn't, right? Cool. Cool. I might go with something like that. Just give some real dance, right? Let's bring that lead up a bit so we're not just losing it. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do I have that, dude? Do I have that? Do 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 do. I like that a lot better. So as I said, you know, we just grow and evolve, grow and evolve. So here we go. Do do do. Cool. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that. I like that. I like that. Okay, cool. Let's see what else goes on here. Woo! Cool, let's lay that down. I don't know what you guys think, but I like that a lot. I think that's pretty cool. Keyboard! Keyboard. Keyboard. Okay, so just letting you know, guys, what's up. Whenever I have to change tools, okay, I have to press escape. Now, normally, that's not a hard thing, but my escape is a little sticky. And when escapes are sticky, oh, just makes it the worst. But I can get around it. I can work with it. I can work with it. All right. Okay. Cool. Let's see what else. So I like it, but the synth chords I have are a little muddy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise them up the octave. I could do it two ways, but since I have it all selected anyway, and it just makes life a lot easier, I'm just going to go like bam, A sharp. Now it works, but the hook then is all in the same, like the same pitch, and unless I really started cueing right now, it'll all sound like the same. It'll all just kind of mush on together. So I'm gonna try this. Now I like that. I like it. Okay, cool. So I like it up because it leaves a lot of room for bass, which I can do some really cool stuff on the bass, which I might just break out because I've got a little bit of an inspiration. So let's go synth bass. Give me a check out something like that, but let's, it might round out a lot, but we'll experiment with some bass sounds in a second. We'll just keep rolling and keep jamming on some bass here. Alright, so I like what I did in the halftime thing, and I might chop up the non-halftime a bit too. Alright, so I didn't like what I did there, but I'm going to lay it on something else. I missed it there. I missed it. Yes, Eli?
Where's my pizza?
Oh, your pizza's in the box. So hold on one sec. Getting my son some pizza. It's right up here.
I found soda milk. I found soda milk last time.
Yeah.
That's what I was finding out what they did on the garden. Well, cool, Dada. But, Dada, I got milk. Come on here. Look, I broke the code in.
Oh, no.
But we don't fix it. We don't fix it, Dada. You don't fix it? I'm gonna play the game like Halo. I'm gonna play a Halo game, Dada.
I'll set up in just a little bit. Just not right now, okay? Just give me one more second. There you go. I'll fix it for you. Okay. All right. Let's get back to this. Let's get back to adding this bass. Well, that was just messed up. Do it again. Cool. So I actually left myself some extra room there. Just because I had a cool bass riff idea just jump in my head. So I just laid down some bass. But all you guys can go in this. Alright, let's... Okay, this keyboard's gotten to be such a problem. I am actually just going to remove it. So give me a second here. So let's see if I can change out this. Oh, it's way back there. Well, maybe we'll tap a little bit. Alright. Back on to the track making. Okay, so I'm going to tighten up some of these bass riffs so they're not just jamming on out for now. Tighten this up again. So what I'm doing is I'm tightening up my bass synth and my kick synth right now, just with my kick drum, just so it all just evens out evenly. So then when I play it, it should be all nice and tight, like a tiger. So I can actually really emphasize this halftime with this guy, and I think I will just for stuff. You know, just so I can really get a sense. I'm taking out those snares because they're on the right time. Oh, I'm just going to mute them for now. So just I can have just a straight kick track and just really... Now, one thing I am going to do with this chord synth right here, this what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the compressor, and I'm going to set it so it starts pumping. Pumping is used for dance musicians for making that kind of thing. So I thought I would just do it here. And what I do is I make this track go to nowhere. Or I can actually just make it go bus 1 to 2. Hold on. No. Edit. Hold on. I already messed this one track up. Yeah. Bam. Alright. I don't want stereo. I don't want 5.1. This keyboard's really doing me in. Okay. Output to nothing. No output. I'm actually going to send it to the bus 1 that I already created. So what I do is I end up sending the kick drum, this nice handy kick here, only to a bus, and the bus actually is going nowhere, so there's no sound coming from the bus, but you can keep seeing, you know, what's going on in it. So then I set this compressor to sidechain to bus 1. So all of a sudden it becomes like a... So it sounds very sidechaining. So it sounds very dancey, right? So I'm very excited about it. Let's hear how it sounds in the actual track. Now I know some snares sneaked in through there. I gotta make sure all those snares be muted, so everything goes all as planned. But I actually might send my lead, my little lead synth I've got here, going to the same little type of compressor, just to give it that real big dance feel. Now let's hear how it is without it. Alright, once again, those frickin' snares sneaked their own way on in. Anywho, that's what I've kind of jumped onto right now. So, I think that for right now is pretty cool. So, I need to lay down some groovy grooves for this verse here. So let's dance on up to that. Oh, that felt good. That felt like a jam right there. Okay, so that bass and that the kick and snare there. So what I got to do is I got to separate the kick and snare. Well, that's that. So I'll separate the kick and snare just so I can mix them a little differently. Now what I do is I mute all the snares. So that's just a kick drum. And I come over here and I mute all here because that's will be the snare drum. And speaking of snare, I'm probably gonna add some snare here, just so the main verse is some. That was way too aggressive. I am nah, but let's almost halftime that a bit. Cool, so I added down some snare to that jazz, and I really made it, played it hard. I really just wanted to really get those notes out there in a second. So yeah, let's come back to it in just a second. Okay, let's get back to it, guys. Sorry about the long break. Just working my way up here. Okay, so I got the snare going on that, which I can add to this track now. Thanks for everyone that's watching and checking it out. So let's see. Now, keep in mind, I'm not mixing any of this right now. I'm just like laying on just the sounds. Cool. Cool. Okay, so got working up here, and I've got a solid bass kind of thing for the so-called verse and pre here. So I might add a little bit of just a little hint of the chords here, just to add a little chord definition. But I'm also going to add a tremolo, That's gonna go on the 8th. So it's like I might make it even a little slower than that because I like it just chill. Yeah, so I might add this the chords here. Cool. So I might add that kind of a sound to this. Let's see how it goes here. Cool. So I might just keep that a little under wraps here. Make sure everything's all clean. Make sure all the notes are clean, and so just can. I might even add another EQ and just take away a lot of those highs. So it just gives that feel of the verse. But leaving a lot of room for the vocals, and I can even just start upping that EQ on that. Anyway, but that's some pretty complicated stuff. But anyway, so I'm just going to bring it on out here. Yes, keyboard back down, so everyone can come back and enjoy the chorus. Now, one of the tricks on writing dance and pop music kind of thing is when your second verse comes in, not to have it the same as the first one. So even just have something cool, right? Like let's do one of these guys. Just one of these kind of like really delayed pianos here. Let's see what we got. Cool. So I hope you guys heard that. I'm going to emphasize it a little bit more, but I just want to make sure first thing's everything on timing. And I'm going to bring it up. I'm actually going to clean it up EQ-wise. But I also don't want to be too in the front there, so I'm going to add a little bit of reverb on that. So that's sounding pretty good. That's sounding pretty good. And then it'll dive right back into the chorus, because that's what everyone wants to hear in this track. Oh yeah, cat catching. And what I can even do is add back those little pre-chorus notes that we had going on. So it adds that. It adds that full connection with it, but who knows? Maybe I might for the second one, but I won't for the first one, just so it adds little differences. Cool. So let's for this glorious bridge here. Let's do something a little different, right? Yeah, let's lay that down. Let's lay that hook. Mess that up. Slippy fingers. And I wanted to add that hook right back in there, just so I can lead right into that, right back into that chorus again, right? So let's add some drums into that bad boy there. Oh, we got some. All right, let's add this this bridge here. Let's add something hooky. Alright, I'm just bumping up my tempo too much here. I'm getting way ahead of myself. Cool, so I like having a straight kick, but for those other notes, I'm going to add a double kick. I want to add it with a little bit of drama, so I added some eighths and make sure everything else is just all timed up. And then I'm going to focus on those eighths and make them eighths. So, anywho, I've got my kick back. I'm going to add that up so that's nice and fat. And I'm going to add the snare now and make sure the snare just jams on out. I kind of missed the snare a bit there. I'm going to try it again. So I got my volume on. And lay it on down. Mask it up. Alright, let's lay down the snare. Cool, let's tighten that up, and that is my snare. This keyboard, I swear, man, it's cut out for me. Oh! Alright, cool. So we have the bridge here. We're missing some bass up in that. Oh yeah. Fat bass. Let's give this some oomph. Nah, it's just worthless. Alright, so I'm gonna have to stick it almost close to the synth, but let's just jam it out. Almost. My keyboard almost fell off of me there. So let's do it again. Yeah, no. I like what I was doing before. I like that. I did have a matchup with a kick. Okay. Last try, guys. Let's do it. Cool, I'm going to jam that out. We got that up now. But I'm going to change those last few notes to the F and the E. F and E. Awesome. Well, guys, that's basically how I make my tracks. I'll do some mixing, and I don't think I'll add anything, but I'll just change some stuff up, and I will put the full mix, once it's all done and mixed, up on the channel. And if you want to write some lyrics or put some vocals over this, let me know. If not, I will myself. Maybe, who knows, maybe I'll write some stuff tonight and see what I can jam out on. Okay, guys, thanks for joining me on this stream. I hope you found it informative. If you have any questions, let me know. Let me know down below. Please check out all of our covers, our cover-ups, and all of our other videos. And as normal, stay rocking. Keep rocking, guys. Okay, we'll catch you guys later. Bye.